Welcome back to Get Down with Deb, where whole food plant based living takes center stage. Look at this, y'all. My iris is coming in. So it's been a couple of weeks since I last filmed and I needed a break, but I just wanted to show you how this bed is coming along. Spring has sprung. My Rose of Sharon is there, but this bed is primed for some spring planting. Looky here, y'all. Little snafu in the plan, but isn't that part of life? This is the back fence, and that's um, that tree that was all the way on the end that I had out and sitting in a pot for a while because I had the root that was in the ground right where I wanted to plant it, if y'all remember. So I don't know. I don't know if leaving it out in the pot for too long was the problem. I did some research on YouTube University and basically found that these trees need a lot of water, especially when you first plant them. They need tons and tons and tons of water. And I admit I was not watering them the way I needed to be. So I'm really hoping that I can save this tree. As you can see, some of the others are kind of in the same boat. This one over here, yeah, had that little couple of dry patches there. Overall looking good, but suffering, some kind of suffering is happening. So I'm hoping that it's just watering, and that's the only problem. This one, same issue, just overall not looking bright and healthy and green. Looks has some dry spots in there. But this one, my baby, the first one I planted, I believe, yeah, he looks good. But yeah, so these need some work. I'm gonna water it and see what happens. See how it goes. But this is life. This is part of gardening. So looky here, y'all. I could not believe my eyes. I started watering this tree, and all of the water was just spilling out the side. And I'm like, what is going on? Not one drop is being absorbed by the soil. This doesn't look right. Did a little research. Turns out it was the landscaping fabric that I put. This was one that I just had around the house, again, trying to save some money, but it was the wrong type. It was too thick, so it wasn't letting any of the water seep down. I pulled back the mulch. I didn't get to film it. Pulled back the mulch. The water was pooling on the top. So no wonder these trees were not getting the right amount of water. I had to rake back all of the mulch, rake back all of the soil, dig up the landscaping fabric, and then put it all back together again. I was not a happy camper, but this is the joy of gardening. Now, I don't know if the saying is true, but I saved the best for last. I saved this one for last because this was going to be the one that was the biggest pain. If you remember, this was the rock bed, let's call it. When I started digging it up, I realized there were so many rocks in here because, yeah, we had landscaping here before and it had all of these pond stones in there. And it was just, at the time, too much of a chore to even try and get this done. But it was time. Everything else was done. So that is what I started to do. I started to really just dig everything up. And slowly but surely, you'll see I have like a rock and dirt pile that was forming. This was this was not fun, not at all. Just really, how you put a shovel down in the dirt and you just want to kick it down and dig. No, I kept getting stopped by a pebble, a pond stone, every other step. It was just not fun at all. And then I had a couple of roots that were in there that needed to come out. This was a lot of work. Yeah, here I am cutting these roots. This was not fun. I believe this took a whole day just to do this part because, yeah, the stopping and starting. And here is the finished product. I didn't fill in all the dirt because, as you can see, this rock and dirt pile, has a lot of dirt in there, and I knew some of that was going to go right back into the bed. Now, let me tell you, it took me weeks because there was rain in between, and you would think it's just like spraying down the rocks and then the dirt just flows, and then you separate the rocks. I was able to get some done. This is probably after like 3 days of doing it. I got that much rock pulled to the side. But look at this. It's like a mini mountain of dirt. Every time I thought it was just mostly rocks, it was just layers and layers of dirt underneath, and then washing it all away. And then it was raining at the same time, so I'm using tons of water. I could have probably pulled out the pressure washer, but I was just going. And you see some of the dirt was flowing into the bed over there, which is what I expected. But this was, I'm telling you, I was like, please let this be over. And I was trying to beat the clock because I had to get the grass planted. But you see, I had some pooling going on over there. It was spilling into the shed. This was, I stopped filming at a certain point because like, I don't have time to set up cameras. I gotta get this done. I need to plant this grass seed. But it did take me a couple of weeks. I finally got it done. It's all the dirt. That's just showing you how much dirt there was. I had to do like little channels so that the water would flow in different directions other than the shed. Like I said, I couldn't film this because it was just too aggravating, but I got all of it done. Yes, and I'm washing all away all that extra dirt. And these rocks, I would love to put them somewhere decorative. Right now, I just needed them out of my way. So I'm going to put them in that bed in the back over there where the rest of the rocks are, because it's time to get focused on this grass. So the first thing I need to do before I get started planting the grass seed is change the pitch of this area over here. As you can see, I have some flooding over in front of the shed door. That's for a number of reasons. One, the pitch, and there's not enough grass there to kind of slow down the flow of water. But there was also like a barrier in front, a wooden barrier that was removed, and I have this other makeshift barrier that is not working as well. So that's just another project that I have to add on to this. But it's all good. I am pressing on. I'm moving forward. Whatever comes my way, I am knocking it out. I'm going to enjoy my summer in this backyard. Just you wait. Just you wait, Henry Higgins. Just you wait.